Dr. J, counselor. 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 You matter. You matter. You matter. You matter.
Hey family, this is your boy Dr. J, and welcome to the Dr. J Show here, KJLH 102.3. Of course, do I want to stay married? Listen, we are behind the scene, of course, backstage, live streaming the show, Do I Want to Stay Married, here on Facebook Live. But make sure to go out, like, share, call the deacons, the pastor, and y'all, this ain't just a Christian show, man. This is one of my Uncensored shows. So, hey, call them streets, call your girl, call whatever you're doing on this Saturday. Stop right now, log in, share with everybody, and tell them your boy Dr. J on and this wonderful crew. And of course, quite naturally, we're here in the studio with some wonderful team members all around the world, from Atlanta to LA to, I know y'all may not know, but it ain't just Old Town that's in Florida, it's Ocala, y'all. But we're here in the studio after the holidays, man. Been a great one. But we're going to talk about some additional items here later. But I want to welcome you again officially to the Do I Want to Stay Married show. We got a hot show for you tonight: secret lies and betrayals. You know, many people around the country amidst the pandemic has been struggling and hurting. One, first, confronting themselves. Two, is even in their relationships, be that prior to marriage, the singlehood, or certainly in marriages. There are so many difficulties that are happening. But one of the things that the pandemic did for everyone is that it really highlighted and illuminated the issues of the relationship that they're very relevant in there. And secret lies and betrayals, it's interesting to me is because trust is so fragile, especially in intimate relationships. Lies and secrets can ultimately jeopardize the trust and erode the trust in a relationship. So today on this show, we're really going to get to it. Secrets, you know, how much should one know going into a relationship and certainly in a relationship? Betrayal, I mean, now we Christians as well. I mean, how much do you supposed to take? I mean, if someone betray you, do you supposed to forgive them? How many times are you supposed to forgive them? Are you waiting on the apology? What if they don't want to give it? You're the Christian in the relationship. Should you let it go and keep moving with all the secrets, all the lies? What do you do when you started a relationship on one truth to find out that you've been living a lie? That's on this show today. And quite naturally, to help me to discuss this amazing topic and throw it all the way around from different illuminations and aspects, I got my queen, Lady J. Let's Be Queer Girl. How you doing, baby?
I'm doing amazing, Doc. You know what? This topic is, I don't know even how to start to share with the world. What do you really put up? What do you really handle? If someone lies to you, can you get back in the relationship? Should you stay in it? It's like all these questions twirling in my mind, but I know we're going to deal with it today on this platform.
Well, this is going to be a hot one. First of all, I want to make sure right now in the show, out on social media, I want to give you a challenge, man, because so many times with secret lies and betrayals, the things that we're talking about, make sure you go out on Facebook Live, leave your comments, share your points, what have you. We're going to illuminate it, and we're going to literally bring it up in the show. But quite naturally, man, we got to stay saved, sanctified, and Holy Ghost filled. And just in case we fall a little short, we got our man, Bishop Dunn Williams, out of all the way in California. Bishop, what's going on, my man?
Blessed and happy. Blessed and happy. I want to stay married. Not only do I want to stay married, I'm going to stay married.
Wow.
We will give them a way out today because they need to start their life over so that they recognize that it's important to have a good relationship with God and mankind. Both God and mankind.
Well, you know what, man, to keep us all balanced, because some folks say, oh, y'all don't really know what's going on. Well, shoot, that's a lie, because we're going to bring it all the way from the streets. We got the one and the only all the way from the streets of the ATL. KD, what's poppin', man?
Yes, sir. What's going on with you, Doc, man? Yeah, man, these secret lies and betrayal. I don't know, Doc, if I need to sit in on this one. I mean, need to let Sheila take over this one here. It's a little deep on this one, baby.
Well, listen, right here.
Things may just come out.
Well, listen, I'm going to make sure you walk a fine line. I don't want the streets to think you snitching. You know what I'm saying? We have to go into Christian witness protection. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, Doc, I love it. I love it.
And listen, and then the one and the only, y'all, beautiful smile, but I got a great name for her. She is the sophisticated Sheila. Sheila, what's going on, young lady?
Oh, my goodness. Dr. J, Lady J, Bishop KD. Now, listen, I've already consulted with the tribe. So I got some tribe vibes to lay down today. And it might be a little hot, so you can't take the heat without the kitchen.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, lady, and this wonderful team, guys, I'm going to tell you, this is a hot one. This right here keeps really my office full all the time. I will say an amazing survey was done here in Mississippi not too long ago, and they did over 500 individuals. 70% was women, but he did married couples and singles from around the world. Mm-hmm. And one of the things that came out is, every one of them had at some point or another either faced some type of betrayal or themselves have either lied or kept secrets. And one of the things that I find really interesting, not only that comes in my office, but I believe you guys see it all around the world on shows and different interaction with people, this temperature and culture of times, it's almost seemingly that what one said to me, is the truth dead? I mean, some people think that literally that ain't somebody else's business when you go into a new relationship. What do they need to know? It's almost as if like a job interview is keep anything negative away and only speak up on your positive things of that nature. So today what we're discussing, ladies and gentlemen, is literally, is the truth, and that's where I want to start it, is the truth even dead? Is that not even a norm anymore?
Well, first of all, I'm going to dive all the way in because we're dealing with secret lies and betrayal. Bishop, you're going to have my back right here because the Bible says that we should confess our sins one to another, right? I know I'm quoting
Absolutely.
good Bible.
Okay.
So where I'm going with this is when we get into a relationship, and I have been found guilty of this myself, it is the imagery that we want to keep up with a person or the perception that we want. So it's not so much all the time that you are betraying someone. Sometimes you really are betraying yourself. Okay. Because first of all, in order for you to be honest with anyone else, you got to show enough be honest with yourself. And so many people are lying to themselves, keeping secrets from themselves and betraying themselves. So first you need to be real with you before you can be real with somebody else. Don't come after me, Doc.
Oh, okay. So let me say this to you, y'all. Now I'm going to come forward real quick. And then I'm going to throw this question to you guys. And I'm going to start with the ladies, and then we're going to float to these brothers. And then, of course, to social media. Right now, what I want to do for social media is I want to play a little game with you. I want you, because we're going to send out some amazing trinkets to you and some gifts, items, and prizes. But one of the things I want to lay out to social media is what is the most common betrayals that you think happens in relationships in 2020? What is the most common betrayals you believe that happens in relationships and ultimately marriages in 2020? However, now, Lady J, you're absolutely right. They got to confront them, got to deal with themselves. But what I also found is that many times the reason people manipulate or betray or keep the secrets alive is that they don't want to stop. They keep things that they actually feel good to them and that they desire. You see, a gambler, even though it's unhealthy, they may enjoy the habit and they can't break it and they don't want to stop. Thus, they won't be forthcoming, which oftentimes happens in infidelity. If it's good to them, why do they want to stop? They just don't want to be caught.
Oh my God, we gotta go to commercial.
We're going to the voice, y'all. We'll be right back.
From the barbershop to the courthouse to in your house.
The voice is giving you the real scoop straight from the street.
I love God, but God is still working on me.
He says he's keeping it 100.
You be the judge.
Here's your boy, KD, representing the people's voice.
It's time to get it, guys. Let me tell this right here. First of all, before I send it over to KD and Sheila, is that, we have been taught that it's okay to tell white lies. I mean, the little small lies. We say it's fine when it's not. We take gifts from people when we really don't like it. We compliment the unwanted gifts. We even fib a little bit. We'll say that we sent the check out and we didn't. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I mean, all kind of stuff. But guess what? The only time it really get real serious is in these intimate relationships. So guess what? If you really want to know, shoot, ask them streets. So KD, Sheila, hey man, KD, holla at your boy. What the streets saying?
What it do, Doc? What it do? Y'all already know, man. This is your boy KD, the voice. You know, the one that bring it to y'all kind of ways, man. I ain't telling you nothing I said. I'm just telling you what I heard from the streets, man. Doc, these streets talking about this here secret lies and betrayal. I did my little survey amongst people. A lot of people, but I couldn't bring what the guys said, man, because they was all over the place. But I did talk to some intelligent young ladies, man, that kind of like made me look at this thing a little differently. And I asked them about it. They said that actually betrayal and it starts in the relationship by being selfish. That took me for being selfish. Okay, so I asked, what you mean by that? They was like, others, you will betray others by being selfish, and you'll betray them unknowingly. Mm-hmm. How do you unknowingly betray somebody? So I even asked a little more. She was like, for example, how you have that work, they call it work wife or work husband, at the job, and you share intimate thoughts, intimate things about your relationship. They talk about their relationship. And some people may not see that as a form of betrayal. And let me see how she put it now. She say, but it becomes a form of betrayal if your mate will feel uncomfortable listening to you saying that to them. Or if you can't tell your mate your communication, what you've been having with your work wife or work husband. Or would you even tell your mate, oh, I got a work wife or work husband? That's what the street's saying. So, Sheila, you got to help me out on this one now. This one here threw me for a loop, because I want to come bring some stuff all kind of ways, but hey, they kind of calmed it down for me.
Hey, Sheila.
Sheila.
Listen, I am waiting for Katie to start dropping names. I'm like, let me help you. Let me help you, my friend. Listen, secret lies and betrayal. The whole thing is a lot of times we just don't want the disapproval or the shame on you, of others. So we keep those secrets. It's like keeping stones in your pocket. They get heavier and heavier and heavier until you take the stones out and address it. But I got a theory from a tribe, and I want to liken this whole thing, this betrayal, it's deeper than that, because the betrayal is going to happen. And when it does, you got some options. And I liken it to this, Katie. Listen, this is from a tribe vibe says. It's like the bear theory. If it's brown, lay down. You can deal with it. This relationship, it's alive, but just barely. But you got to pretend that you don't know what you really know. So if it's brown, lay down. If it's black, fight back. That's that black. That means that if the relationship is worth it, even beyond the betrayal and the lies, that means, listen, you're going to stand and fight. You're going to do everything that you can do to save that relationship. And just pray that those betrayals don't happen, because we are afraid that can happen again. But listen, I'm going to keep it real, Lady J, because I know you're going to talk about this at some point. If it's white, good night. And then you got someone that just, for the sake of fun, just going to keep doing it again and again and again. It's going to kill you. So you got some options, but this thing is deep. Keep those stones out of your pocket. That's just a try, right?
Listen, we got to go to our Let's Be Clear girl. She gonna lay it on us, so I'm going to strap myself in. KD, you in witness protection, so you just sit to the side for us.
Christian witness protection.
But listen, when we come back, you're gonna hear from our girl, Let's Be Clear, and then we're gonna dive further in to this topic is how much truth do one need? And then guys, let me assure you, hold tight. We got a special Black Book guest today that is a hot one. I can't wait to introduce. So hang with your boy a little bit and pray for us as we pray for you. We'll be right back.
Let's be clear with Lady J. Lady J. Lady J. Ladies, it's our Let's Be Clear moment. You are amazing. Amazing. You are powerful. Powerful. Let's be clear. You are a daughter of the Most High God. It's your girl, Lady J.
Lady J, whoop whoop.
Hey,
Look
baby.
at whoop whoop. Hey, baby. Look, and don't be trying to rub my leg
I'm
for this
trying.
scenario. Let's be.
Y'all can't see me, but I rubbed it out.
Let's be clear. Secret lies and betrayals. This is my let's be clear moment. I want the church to stop carrying secrets. I want the church to stop telling lies. I want the church to stop betraying. And when I say that, hear me clearly, we are spiritual, but we're relevant. Most of the pain that people experience and encounter come from environments where we say that we're supposed to keep people safe. And I'm saying to you all over the world, if you're hurting, if you're going through something, the first thing you have to do is you got to own the fact that you're hurting, and you got to own the fact that you've been betrayed, but you also got to own the fact that you've been kept secrets from. So this is my let's be clear moment. I said it a little bit before. Be a mature individual. Tell the truth. Act like when you get in a relationship that you are in a courtroom and you put your right hand up and say, I'm going to tell the truth, nothing but the truth, so help me God. Don't enter into a relationship where you are not willing and prepared to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. That is my let's be clear moment.
Now, lady, that was a hallway. Now, y'all know I'm finna come at it now, y'all. Here we go. We finna ring that bell. Because what happens now when the truth you tell don't match up to the relationship you want? See, that's really why you start lying, because what's going to happen is, are you willing to let it cost you the relationship? You see, what's interesting to me, for real, because we know we uncensored here, is many times people want a lie that they didn't prepare for, which means that we live any kind of way, then we want people to accept the edited version. And if they should inquire about the life you've lived, now it seems to me in this world, we want to turn the table and say, how dare you ask? That's not your business. Surely, what that got to do with you? They say stuff like, this was before you. They say stuff like, hey, what that got to do with our future? But let me ask you this. When was the last time you got a used car and didn't go check the engine? When was the last time you didn't ask the question of how many miles it got on it? See, we don't want to talk about the miles, do we? But Bishop. Yes,
sir.
I mean, you married folks all the time, and you got people in relationships, and some I know you don't help to a high regard and say, oh, y'all gotta come to counseling. Is people telling the truth when they come up in there, or do you be seeing like an edited version? I mean, what do you recommend? What do you think?
Hey, man, first of all, let's establish a couple of things. One is secrets. A secret can be the truth, or it can be a lie that is being told that you cannot say publicly. See, you can have something that you're not saying publicly, and it's the truth, but it should not be said. So that clear up the fact of a secret. A secret is when one person knows it, and it should not be said publicly. A lie. And let's look at that lie. A lie is when the truth is being told in reverse. If you say anything reversing the truth, it's a lie.
I love it.
Okay? And then let's look at the betrayal. To betray someone is to actually speak against what the knowledge that you know of the person. You know the knowledge of something or someone, and you say against that, then you are betrayal. Jesus was. Remember, he had that same issue.
Yeah.
And so now, what I want to say to bring it to a conclusion is this. Anything that you don't want the public to know, don't say it. Don't hold people responsible for your problem. The problem you have, if you don't want the public to know something, try this. Don't say it. It's like a diet. Some people want to diet by having certain sodas with no sugar. No. If you want to lose weight, don't go to the gym. Stop eating. You got all kinds of excuses why you can't do it. You too fat. Stop eating. Anyway.
Golly.
That's that new King James.
That is that new. That's that new King James. but I do like what he said, Doc, because basically what he was saying before we go to our Black Book guest is, and I want you to hear me. If you don't, how do you define the fact of telling a lie? If anything opposite of the truth is a lie, right?
Yeah.
And so at the end of the day, we have to be responsible. But I know it's somebody out there hurting and going through because you know what? It's a roller coaster ride, Doc. When people start lying, and it's the truth. You know, your grandparents told you if you say one lie, you got to say another one. And then they said if you lie, you steal, you cheat. I believe there's a little validity to some of that because all that comes back to us having character. And you said this before we go to commercial. You said, are you willing to tell the truth and deal with the outcome? And you're right. Most of us, and I know I'm coming for everybody, we clean up and cook. These are my sisters. We do it. We doll up. I know sisters that got weave and wigs. And guess what? They laying it down day 1, day 2, week 1, week 5. And then when you get married, they pull the wig off. Do you understand me? My husband said, don't you ever let me see a weave, a wig, a lash anywhere in my house.
If you get out the bed and 3 pieces of your body still in the bed, I'm just saying, somebody need to hashtag only let 2 be in the bed when you get up. I'm just saying something. But look at this right here, lady. I got to say this right here. I got to hit up on social media real quick.
God.
First of all, Ashley Render said, first of all, we can tell the truth, but it's like the movie. You can't handle the truth. Men can't handle the truth. They say that's why they can't come all the way at it. Because do you really want to know? Do you really want to know?
Do you really
know what I'm
want to
saying?
know?
And don't be stories out there like that, ladies, because I think Katie and Bishop going to concur with this. Ladies, don't be asking us no question that you don't really want to know either. You know what I mean? Because we be wanting to get the truth to it. Because we tired of carrying it, honestly.
Wait a minute.
But watch this right here. We'll be a little funny. Don't ask me if them jeans tight and you don't want to know if they tight. I'm just saying. Now, another thing is to say, but he just said they lie even when they get caught. So what you do with just a lie? They just lie. You ever met somebody that just lie for no reason? They just lie for no reason. But listen, we got to break up the monogamy real quick, man. We'll get back in this hot topic, but I got a treat for you guys, and we're going to turn the temperature a little bit. On this show, we discuss topics. I mean, it's tight. It's right. Sometimes we cry, sometimes we laugh. And the objective of it is just to find yourself somewhere in the storyline and make your life better. And make sure you share with somebody that, listen, don't lose hope. There's a way and a direction. Now, ultimately, at the end of the day, for us, and I believe, it's ultimately your faith in your God. So we're going to dig back into this. But I want to make an introduction here, y'all. It's time for my Black Book guest. I do it every show. I bring someone on that's doing something amazing all around the world. But this person right here is global. He is a special friend and Black Book guest of mine that just passes everything just great. So we're going to go to commercial. But when we come back, I'm going to introduce this great gentleman to you. We'll be right back.
Call me if you need someone to talk to. Call me. Satisfaction guaranteed. Call me. We want to know what's going on with you. What's the scoop? Taking it all across the world. We're going into Dr. J's Black Book. It's that time. Dr. J the counselor with his featured guest from his Black Book.
Hey family, this is your boy Dr. J, and I am introducing an amazing individual that really needs no introduction. But listen, I'm gonna put my little red carpet cap on, and I'm gonna do him proper justice. He is the Grammy Award nominated R&B singer, songwriter, producer. But this is what he's known for, y'all, as the sophisticated soul man. Let me tell you something. He's the one and only. Baby, if you don't know him, I don't know what rock you under, but I'm gonna tell you something. If you listen real good, they'll come under the rock and get you too. The one and only Will Downing. How you doing, great sir?
I'm doing fine, man. How you making out, brother?
But let me tell you something what makes you amazing, man. Not only can you sing, not only can you write, but you look good too. I'm just saying.
Well, hey, they say the second thing to go is your eyes. Your lady will let you know about the first.
Absolutely.
Listen, man, I got so many great things to say about this gentleman. First of all, let me say to you, I'm a little jealous. You know what I mean? You just messed up my show a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Because I can't even hardly see my comments and my text. My phone keep beeping, you know what I mean? Chiming in. Will, you'll take my call. I say, that man ain't calling you. Listen, you better try me.
Let's be clear, Doc. Let's be clear. I have got tagged all day long. Welcome to the show, Will. I have got tagged all day long. Just can he sing a little something? I'm like,
Will,
oh my God.
I got virtual security for you right now. You know what I'm saying? You don't see him, but he really the virtual world for you, standing by you, brother. So nobody don't try to virtually kidnap you right now. You know what I mean?
Take me.
Listen, Will, I mean, First of all, you're absolutely superb. You've done great things. I mean, but just here recently in November, you did something that's very unique, and I mean, just graceful. And I'm really just I'm throwing in a good way. But I want this world to know, and I'm highlighting this because you could be doing many additional other things that could be selfishly motivated and rightfully so, just doing your thing as normal and doing great things. But this particular project that you just dropped in November, the latest project was called So Many Good is Dying Young. First of all, what is that about? Because for those who have not heard it, but for those who have vibed with it and got it, I mean, it's an amazing thing. And I'm just like, you know, and you're one of the few who have taken your amazing platform that you could be doing all kind of things with, or what have you. And you took a minute in the midst of the pandemic to do this. What is this about?
Well, once again, the song is entitled So Many Good Die Young. And yeah, it was inspired by the passing of Chadwick Boseman. I mean, which, you know, kind of took all of us by shock. I mean, no one knew that the brother was sick, you know, or anything like that. All of a sudden you woke up one morning, you looked at your phone or however you get your news and, you know, found out that the brother had passed away. So me and the writer, the co-writer of the song, kind of got together and started thinking about other people who had done amazing things in their life and changed the world, but passed away at like a very young age. So there's a video that comes along with it as well. So, you know, you watch the video, you'll see people like Aaliyah, you'll see Tupac, you'll see Biggie, you'll see, you know, Whitney Houston, you'll see the LeBert brothers, Martin Luther King, and Malcolm X both died at the age of 39, but did like such amazing things while they were here. Marvin Gaye, Prince, you know, Michael Jackson. So I can go on and on and on and on and on. So it's kind of like a tribute to them, but also like a wake-up call for people to get off their behinds and to like do something with your lives, you know what I mean, at the same time. You know, as far as the booty shaking stuff and all the love songs, that's on the album too. But, you know, we decided to do something with some substance and, you know, just try to make a difference in the world and get people to wake up.
Well, you know, one of the things, Will, and first of all, let me just interject that since you said booty shaking a little bit, you know what I'm saying? You know, my anniversary is coming up.
Oh my God!
And I just want to let you know, man, you know what I'm saying, that you're my player, you know what I'm saying? So you're gonna help me bring it on home today. So stretch your legs out, get ready, you know what I mean? Because God, won't he do it?
Wow.
Won't he will?
Won't he will? Won't he will? He won't he? Hey, so Will, you know, one of the things oftentimes they don't get a chance to be asked from great artists of yourself, and it does so amazing because sometimes it's hard to get the people of your caliber, and people just want to know all your great fans. First of all, what gave you God gave you this amazing gift, but what really drives you to motivate you to do what it is that you do, and in the passion that you do it in?
Well, hey man, as long as there's bills coming to my house, the brother got to keep singing. So,
I know that's right.
You know, I ain't gonna stop till the casket drop. You know, and I ain't good looking smart like, you know, some of the people on here on this thread. So, you know, this is what I do. God bless me. I've been very fortunate to be able to do this for the last 32 years and make a living at it. These are, you know, some of the albums that I've done. You know, so I've been very fortunate, man. It's a blessing to be able to say that your dream, you know, came true.
Yes.
You know, something that you thought about as a child, you know, being able to make a living at it. And I know a lot of people out there, a lot more talented than I am, you know, didn't have this opportunity. So, you know, I make the best of it. I'm always creating. I'm always releasing stuff. I ain't one of them artists that said, I released something, you know, a year ago, I'm gonna wait 4 or 5 more years. I'm like, nah, if the creative juices are flowing, I'm dropping some music. So that's what I'm constantly doing. So the new album, as a complete album, will be out in February. So yeah, just been doing that, and you know, in between this time of being off and not being on the road. So just keeping busy, man. You know, like I said, I ain't good looking and smart like y'all. So.
Well, listen, Will, let me tell you something. You know, the way you look and the way you sound, your mortgage must be amazingly high because you be singing the brakes up. That's low. Baby, that baritone voice be coming through. Listen, I almost lose it. You shouldn't even see me. It ain't right. It ain't right. It ain't right. I don't even get jealous of my wife. I say, baby, I know. I go to sit right by her. And just say, baby, just go ahead and listen. I know.
This morning, I was getting all these phone calls, and I said, let me go refresh myself because, you know, we've been so busy. And I turned it on, and your anniversary almost started early.
Oh, absolutely. Will, you know, the first thing I did is I had to check your address. I had to make sure you weren't nowhere close. The devil is a lie. Won't he do it? Won't he will do it?
Hey,
My
man.
engineers can't handle no more. I can't.
Right.
can't handle no more. Stop.
Listen, Will, I want to do something on the show. I do it every now and again. We do what's called rapid fire. And since we got you on here, man, and you that sophisticated soul lover, man, I got some words I want to throw at you, and I just want you to tell the people what it means to you, okay? What first come to mind, okay?
You got it.
Are you ready? All right. Music.
Everything.
Wow. Okay. One fan wanted to know love.
Passion.
Wow. Okay. Lastly, in this world, in this climate, hope.
Yeah, I would repeat that same word. Hope.
Hope. Hope. Hope.
I hope.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Things get better real quick. I'm praying for it.
Absolutely. Will, first of all, I want to say to you, man, not only are you legendary, because the truth of the matter is, I mean, you've dropped over 21 albums and then some, always writing, always producing, and all of them hot. But one of the great things I want people to understand is sometimes we throw the word legend on people that they ain't did the work. Man, first of all, not only do you drop albums, but they're all hot, first of all. When you can play somebody's whole album, you got you something. You know what I mean? And you're one of them type of people, is I get it in the car, I can put it in and I can keep rolling. I just want to say to you, man, just thank you for being you. Thank you for being great.
Absolutely.
And I want you to know, and I want the audience to know that, listen, on KJLH 102.3, go to that podcast because we're going to be dropping that video and that song on there because I really want people who have not seen it to experience, and those who have seen it, like and share it out, and let's support the great ones because you indeed, sir, you are absolutely great. You are absolutely amazing, and I'm absolutely going to play you on my anniversary, and I'm absolutely going to keep playing you all day long as me and this lady beside me is married. It's going to keep us married. In the name of your words, let's be clear.
Let's be clear.
You know what I'm saying? But Will, how can everybody just follow you, man, and they can get this album that's dropping and everything? How can they catch up with you?
Well, you can find me. I'm on all social media platforms. Come to my website at willdowning.com. I'm Will Downing 3 on Instagram. I'm Will Downing and Will Downing Singer on Facebook. Just punch up Will Downing and press like, follow, whatever it is, and come check me out. You can find me anywhere.
Now, Will, you also got this show called The Wind Down. Where is that held at, man, so we can log on and check you out? Because, man, people want to see you.
It's actually called The Wind Down.
The Wind Down,
But yeah. And what it is I play a lot of what, regular radio plays, but I try to dig into albums and I give an opportunity for young up and coming artists to be heard. We also do like a tribute segment to a legendary artist. And we also have something called Interpretations, where I play one song by two artists and you pretty much pick whoever you like or whoever you think did it best. So you can catch that. And I'm going to tell you this in advance. Don't laugh. What I'm about to say, don't laugh.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Here we see you laughing already.
I'm sorry.
Don't laugh. You can go to SoundCloud, right? Go to the SoundCloud, put that in the app, download that app, and then punch in WD Chocolate.
Come on.
You know what?
I just said don't laugh. I said don't laugh. Haiti the voice started laughing.
Will.
Sheila started laughing.
I ain't mad. We were just talking about chocolate a minute ago.
He started smiling. I said it in advance. I said, don't laugh. I gave you an opportunity to get it out.
Listen.
And you didn't do it.
You were so prophetic because we were just talking about that chocolate box. It's good for you. The medical say, listen, it's good for your pressure.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Did you say prophetic or did you say pathetic?
A little bit of both. No.
Oh my God.
Listen, Will, before you go, because I want to give you this off of social media, and it's important that you hear this. One writer said that you are a treasure to this world. Listen, young man, I want you to know, as long as God give you breath, or what have you, I'm sure people tell you, I hope they do, but if just in case they ain't told you today, you are a treasure and a blessing to this world. God saw fit that this world needed something so great that he dropped you here with us. And as long as you're here, we'll celebrate you and we exalt you and we behind you, man. So whatever you drop, whatever you're doing, you let us know because I'm telling you, we rolling with you. And I can assure you at 12 o'clock at night, I'm playing you.
Good God Almighty. Look, Will, we really thank you for being on the show today. Look, you have definitely put a bright light in this studio.
He is known as the Prince of Sophisticated Soul. Will, on behalf of the show, man, thank you for being here with us today.
Thank you. It's my pleasure. And happy anniversary in advance.
Thank you so much. We'll be playing you. Don't worry.
I'm sure.
Be blessed. Be well.
Be had by all.
God bless you, Will.
Bless you, sir.
Do you want to own your own restaurant but don't want to do it alone? Do you currently own a restaurant but you're struggling with keeping your doors open? United Franchise, the owners of the award-winning brands Sinorama, Transworld, Accurate Franchising, John Smith Subs with 1,600 locations in over 80 countries, has partnered with Celebrity Soul Food to open the fastest-growing Southern cuisine restaurant chain all around the world. New territories available in a city near you. We're now taking applications for franchise owners. Call now, 310-975-7131, or go to www.celebritiesoulfood.com. Call now, 310-975-7131, or go to www.celebritiesoulfood.com. Call now, 310-975-7131.
So we're back now. Katie.
Y'all know we're finna dig back in. So, Cinnamon Bun Sheila, sophisticated smile. Come on, ladies, you and Lady J, please tell us. Now, ladies, for real, now, how much do y'all really want to know? You know what I mean? Going into a relationship, but I'm talking about, I ain't talking about you dating and you on Tinder and all this other. I'm talking about for real, meaning you get ready to top your real estate, your bank account. You might be sharing cars, all that kind of stuff, and don't mess around and be sharing babies. What I'm saying is, I really want to know, how much do y'all really want to know?
Well, listen, I am boiling over here. I mean, Will did calm me down just a little bit, but I am boiling here because let me just say, women, we want to know, like we really want to know. We may not like the answer, but we want the choice. We want the choice.
Yes.
We want the choice men to hear the truth. We want that. I don't want your representative and then your representative leaves and then I'm left with, somebody who cannot tell the truth if their life depended on it. I kid you not. We want to know the truth. Here's the problem. And sis, you can tell me, Lady J, women, stop. And I'm going to say it again. Do not think that some of you all jumped in too soon. You knew he was lying. You knew he betrayed. If he betrayed somebody else, what makes you think that he's not going to do it again?
Oh, wow.
I don't understand that. I mean, we're all queens, but let's be real here. How do you think he's not going to repeat that cycle? So I'm just saying, ladies, if you know that he's beneath whatever your expectations are, don't all of a sudden think he's going to change just because you've got him and you think you can magically wave that wand. No, it doesn't work like that. So again, to thine own self be true, but man, please tell us the truth and give us the dignity to let us decide. Please give us.
I love it.
Okay. So, because y'all ain't gonna just one side us like that. KD, now holla at your boy. I ain't saying don't leave out witness protection. Make sure your address ain't showing, okay? Because they may try to come for you, baby, with a buzz. But my question of it is, you deal with men all the time, and that's real talk. And we say the street, but the voice of the people, we deal with all type of people, what have you. And men say all type of things, whether in the barbershop, washing the cars, just out at the game. Men talk. Just in case you need to know, ladies. Don't be thinking because your man don't sit in the home. No, he understands you're an interrogator, so he don't talk. Men talk out there in the street, okay? KD, how do men feel? Do they feel that the women that they're trying to engage or take it to the next level with, do they believe that they ultimately want the full truth of everything? Is that what they really asking, or how do they see it?
On this here, nah, Doc, you already know, man. Women say they want the truth, but like the man said, you can't handle the truth. The thing is, what you gonna do with that truth? I know you're gonna say, that's up to me. That's up to me to do with what I want to do with it, but just give me the truth. That's the problem right there. You ain't gonna be able to handle it.
I need another show.
Really?
I need another show. Sheila, I know that you, and the Bishop is gonna have to.
Hold on, let KD have it now. Go, KD.
Now, let me say this here. This is from the streets. This is what I wasn't gonna bring from what the streets said on the male side. Y'all been betraying us from day one. As soon as we meet y'all betrayed us. Doc and Lady them talked about it a little earlier. When we meet y'all, are you bringing your 100% self that you was born with? Or are you bringing all them other people with you that you bought from the street?
I'm sorry.
That's that's from the streets now. Don't get me. I wasn't going to bring it, but since we on this topic here, I'm bringing it to you because this is what the streets want to say. So I had to get my credit back from the fellas. That's what they want to know. Why you been betraying us from day one when we said
Oh, don't you get cocky.
Did he do it?
Oh, don't you dare get cocky. Let me be very clear with you. You better tone that all the way down. First of all, and that is my favorite
But he's
word.
telling the truth now.
Look,
He did say that.
no, first of all, don't tell us, Sheila. You better help your boy. Don't tell us that we can't handle no darn truth. Please don't tell us that, because that is foolery all day long. Let me decide. I'd rather have the truth and cry. I'd rather have the truth and pack my stuff up and leave your behind if that's my choice. But whatever it is, I want to be able to have the truth and do with it what the heck I want to do. So that is a bald-faced lie. It's a lie you told yourself.
And in the refute on social media, they did say, stop lying, brothers, because they know that ain't their head and stuff like that. They say they be knowing the truth. And they say most of the time the brothers don't even be can. So that's the truth of the matter. But KB, I do got to a point with this, and I'm going to bring Bishop in with this thing. First of all, let's flip the script, because back in the day, I would say it would just be more so one-sided. Maybe 75-25, who knows? I don't even know if it's 50-50 anymore. But let me say this to you. Women are not being forthcoming either no more. You know what I mean? They're not. Brothers are saying they are being lied to. Literally. I mean, all these secrets and lies, and then people are feeling betrayed, which ultimately, in the relationship, the trust is being eroded at it because they haven't even got life started yet, living in the premises of that. How do you build on something that you're not aware of, and how do you handle it? And so, before y'all just keep digging in,
we're going to commercial with Bishop.
I got to go to commercial.
Let's be clear.
But it's time to chime in, because Bishop, I'm going to tell you, he'll ring him a little deal. You know what I mean? Outside of Will Down and Love Making, they want to know what God got to say. Or what have you. And so there's two questions I want to throw at you, sir. And then we're going to dig right back in. So we're going to ask the Bishop. And so Bishop, man, I hope you got like 10 of your Bibles around, because you might need Hebrew, Greek. I don't know where they're going to come from
and
with
a
this
commentary.
But this thing is deep right here, because for real, people really want to know. All right, so we'll be right back. When we come back, we're going to ask the Bishop some specific questions on what God has to say.
Ask the Bishop. The Bible says there is great reward in wise counsel. Do you have a question that you yourself can't find in the Word of God about your relationship? It's time to Ask the Bishop.
Jeannie has to say this of California. She said, do I spiritually and biblically have to forgive being betrayed in a marriage? And then ultimately, she said, relationship. For her situation is, she was asking about marriage. They're not married yet. They're getting ready to be. But she's been betrayed in a relationship. She want to understand, as a Christian, does she have to forgive that? Is she get in a marriage and he does it again? Or however, is that fall under forgiveness and I got to keep moving forward? Or what does she do?
Wow.
Okay. Well, first of all, let's look at what she says, spiritual and biblically. Mm-hmm. Well, the biblical point of it is the spiritual part of it. So that's the two work together. But also, remember, the Bible says, it's very clear what the Bible says. It's not even a question. The Bible made it very clear. It said, if you don't forgive, neither will your Father in heaven forgive you. So you don't have a choice. It's not a decision. Do I or should I, whatever, in the forgiveness. But the most important thing about forgiveness is forgiveness is like, and let me use a negative term to explain it to you. A negative term is forgiveness is like poison. You can't drink poison and expect somebody else to die. You can't, when you forgive, it's for you. You're taking that forgiveness and you are forgiving, regardless of whether that person accepts you or not. It's for you. That's why the Bible made it so clear that forgiveness should be done. He said 7 times 70, 490 times a day. A day. So that means that people like KD, you spend most of your time forgiving them. It's just like all day long, God forgive him. God forgive him. It's like, but you love him. That's why you think forgiveness and love is love. The Bible said it this way: speak the truth in love.
Love, yeah.
You don't speak truth outside of love. The word love is a representation of God. So you speak the truth in God.
Wow.
And if you do that, then those that hear it can grow up in it. So that's the answer to that question.
That is so good.
Now, let me tell you, I was getting ready to go to this other question, but someone just hit on social media on Facebook and said simply this. They said that part. They said, okay, what do you do? And I'm paraphrasing here, is that the very same question, however, they are in the betrayal situation, they was the other woman. And now they're now the now woman, meaning he left the one he had, and now with the one he betrayed with in a relationship, and now they are a couple. Is she supposed to act as if, and please don't hold her to my words. I'm just trying to explain or create some dynamics to this. Is she supposed to let all go in the past and move on in this new relationship and have faith and forgive or let go? Or is she to keep one eye open and piece of her heart that says, okay, I'm letting go, and the other piece is saying, I'm gonna watch this dude because we done been down that road before. I just happen to
That's
be a part
some
of the
good
story.
stuff. Now that's
Biblically,
uncensored.
what should she do? Or what should she be feeling?
Okay.
I know that's a lot, Bishop. I laid out, I had a whole bunch of A clause, B clause, C clause, and D's. And I don't know if you can close it now, but I'm just saying, that's just what was asked.
Okay. In dealing with that is, first of all, I want to ask that lady, or not ask, but I want to say to her that you are guilty of doing wrong. And now you're finding guilt wrong with someone else. You were wrong, so forgive yourself, then forgive them and move on. If you want to stay in that relationship, that's your choice. If you want to get out of it, that's your choice. But you were wrong from the beginning. Now, since you was wrong, you should forgive not only the person that you're with, but forgive yourself because you started this whole matter. And then ask God to bless whatever you're doing, because God don't bless a mess. God bless his word. His word is what come along and become a blessing. That's why he said he sent his word to heal us. He sent his word to do a lot of things for us, but it's the word. So you were wrong. So forgive yourself, forgive the other person, and let's go forward and see what God has to say. Get into his word to see what he say to you.
Y'all, you got it firsthand. Asked the bishop, but he laid it out so articulated, so kindly.
He did.
And so soft. I felt like I got massage. I did, because, you know what I mean? If that soothing words don't heal you, man, I don't know what to say, because it's a word of hope, man, seriously. Because some people are so stuck. It's one thing is happening to you, but what if you are the one participating in it? Now, let me say this for you.
Absolutely.
Because this baby online must be feel like somebody might have been coming for her. So what she said is, listen, we get it from the men. Hello, I'm just saying. Tell them street status. What she say? No, that's what I said.
But that was a deep question. But I want to say this to you guys as you listen to this. The reality of it is that those things do happen. I think that you can have a new beginning, but I do second what Bishop said. You have to clear the air, and you got to say, hey, the way we entered into this was jacked up, right? Mm-hmm. And what are we doing, and how do we move forward? But I want to say this to every woman out there, and please be clear. At the end of the day, don't ever think that God is not big enough to give you your own man. I promise you. When a man comes and tries to approach me back in the day that was married, I would have never been married here if I would have ever bit into that stuff or those lies. You, like a person with a disease, I don't want nothing that belongs to somebody else. Do you understand me? So know your worth and know your value, because guess what? I held on and I got the best thing this side of heaven that is all mine. How about that?
We're going to pay well down in the car on the way home. So, this is the thing right here, though. So, why I got everybody, what I get hit up all the time with is like, hey, thank Doc for doing this. Do I want to stay married? But hey, but, you know, and now it's all the married folks. But some of us out here living that single life, you know what I'm saying? And we have to navigate these waters. So I want to know from all these experienced people that's on this network right now, and we certainly want social media to chime in, and definitely, man, don't forget, go to KJLH radio, TV, radio free, and go on the podcast, because it's going to be so high. It's a rewatch. We add extras out there. It's just a great platform. But one of the things I want to lay out for the singles are those who are literally either going into new relationships, dating, or navigating those waters. I want to name different ways that you can determine if your partner has the ability to be deceiving. What are the red flags that a person is potentially have the ability to be deceiving? What's the things to watch out for? So I'm just going to start out around the room. And from your experience, and I feel like if we all just have a little flashback, either you've experienced it, either you saw somebody who did it, or you yourself may have been performing of it. I don't know, and the world is waiting. What are some of the flags to determine, or that could say, you know what, this person right here potentially have the ability to be deceiving if I pursue in this relationship? So I'm going to start out with my man in witness protection, KD, all the way from them streets in ATL, sir. I'm sorry, I gave your state. They won't find you though. what's a red flag to look out for? Tell the ladies and tell the men, you know?
It's something simple. Really, check this out. Now think about it. If a person, say for example, always calling out from work, lying that he's sick, things of that nature, little small stuff, something that you wouldn't even think to recognize as a betrayal type of situation. If they can do that, they could definitely betray you. You know, if they have to try to deceive their job, where they getting their money from, what benefits them, who are you?
That's good.
So that's my main thing when it comes to betrayal.
KD, this is the first time I ever seen a lady shake her head yes, Lord, while you was talking. Thank you,
I'm
Jesus.
shocked.
You can't tell me the power of the Holy Ghost.
Hey,
I'm a little shocked because really I agree because he's talking integrity. He's basically saying, hey, if a person will lie about something that's paying their mortgage,
You know they gonna lie.
he creeping out the back door.
All right, Sheila, sophisticated Sheila, what you say now?
Well, listen, I love this question. You know, anytime that, let me start with this. I have a 19-year-old, and whenever I ask him a question, the first thing, instead of the yes or no, is what do you call it? He's a yes or no. With men, it comes out like this. I don't understand the question. That's a red flag to me because I'm very articulate. It's pretty direct. So I can't really any kind of, I don't understand what you mean. Or could you repeat that? Or, oh, I thought you meant something else. Big red flag. Another thing, be punctual. Don't change plans at the last minute because that tells me you didn't put any planning or thought in our engagements.
See.
So those are some red flags to me. If you can be on time for work and you can be on time for everything else, don't keep me waiting.
I know that's right. Ain't no such thing as no fashionably late. The devil's a lie. Bishop, now listen, now you got a double whammy on it because you can use just wisdom in itself and then you got spiritual discernment. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, just help us out here. These people are saying, listen, they're out here navigating this single live waters, things of that nature. What are the things they should look out for in your perspective, you know, that to make sure they don't fall into a situation where a person end up deceiving them? Is there some red flags that you've seen along the way or that people probably missed or they should acknowledge that did happen and they should have paid attention?
Yeah, I think the natural red flags that one should look at in dealing in a relationship is that encouragement. First of all, if you're with someone and they don't encourage you, you better watch it because that's the first sign right there. They should encourage you. The second thing is support. They should support you. They don't have to agree with everything you're doing, but they should support you if they care about you and love you. So encouragement, support. And the final thing I think is important in watching out for red flags is when they're talking about other people too much. If they're talking about Susie and how her relationship is and how they think they should do something different, watch out. That's a red flag. Because what they say about Susie is telling them about you. It's like being in the situation where you say, and somebody said, and they said, well, who in the hell is they? But let me not go there. Anyway, yes, those are the red flags you should look out for.
Look, Bishop, you hit the nail on the head. When someone tries to compare you to somebody else, they looking for the wrong person. See, we need to stop changing it. So I gave you my real answer. Unless they're going to put some money on it. We got to have your...
Well, let me give 7 here real quick. Because I want to... Because this is important because I got to stop getting all these emails in my e-box.
Clean it up,
about this thing. No. It's what you guys said. Number 1 is I call it, where's Waldo? First of all, when brothers and sisters, whomever they are, male or female, when people are supposed to be in one place and they never in the location that they say they're going to be, that might be a red flag. Just never where they actually supposed to be or communicated they will be. That's a potential. The second thing is little lies. Little lies, they always say turn into big lies. There's just some folks who just lie for no reason at all. You didn't really even ask them that and they lied anyway. That's just ultimately, they have an integrity or just a lie issue. That's the second thing. The third thing of it is pay attention to significant lies. Things that are very significant to you and they lie about, that is something that you do not just let slide by. That's important to you. So that even if you was going to just buy into a white lie, not about the significant things that matter to you, cannot happen, okay? Lastly, as well, is poor relationship credit. Meaning, you better start finding out where these people be coming from.
I love
Because
it.
if they lied a whole lot in the past relationship, I ain't saying you gotta be the FBI, but I'm talking about Ray Charles could even see that. I mean, you know
love
what I
it.
mean? I don't know what you was thinking when 3 of their relationships went bad and it was all about lies. Well,
I love it.
you know, Bishop, I believe in the redeeming. But you know what I'm saying? But if they ain't redeemed yet, they probably gonna lie. Okay? and then also look at the role modeling process. Find out the lineage. Meaning, you know what? I don't went to some people's homes before, things of that nature. You know, I ain't trying to just pass this thing over, and I ain't trying to call nobody no generational curse.
wrote
Don't get
that
deep on
down.
me. But if the mom or daddy lying, and they grew up in the same household, and they just grew up in line, 9 times out of 10, they got the ability to probably do
I
some
wrote
lying.
that down for myself.
Hey, Bishop, unless they've been to the family church and got healed and delivered, that's set free. Won't he do it? Won't he will?
Listen.
And then
that
lastly,
was so well laid out.
and lastly, but this is really where I'm challenging my ladies. First of all, if the individual does not have enough integrity, character to accept responsibility when they're wrong, when they can't own it, that is the person who will be deceiving. Because when a person is absolutely, unequivocally just wrong, it is the light is all on it. Kind of shining like that's light shining on KD right now. You know what I mean? And they still just flat foot in your face with a smile and act like you crazy.
Oh my God.
Baby,
we're gonna have to part.
They are in their own program and class of people who would just absolutely deceive you and make you feel like that your truth is actually you the liar in the relationship. Okay? That's my little stab of tips there.
Dr. J, that is your uncensored. You can't get no more uncensored than that. We're going to commercial.
We'll be right back.
Relationships Uncensored.
You need someone to be brutally honest with you.
Dr. J is getting ready to rip the Band-Aid off your relationship and deal with your wounds,
Your disappointments,
your thoughts.
and even your desire to just say quits with your relationship.
Stop lying to your kids.
Stop lying to your mate.
Stop lying to your church.
And more importantly, stop lying to yourself.
Dr. J says what he means.
But know this, he's Dr. J. Dr. J. So he means what he says.
It's that time for Relationships Uncensored.
This is your boy, Dr. J, and this is my Relationship Uncensored. Man, it's just been a hot show, and I've obviously been flowing with my man, KD, and Sheila, and of course, the Bishop, and then quite naturally, this queen here of mine, Lady J, let's be clear. You know, I can't delay time, and it's just been such a hot show. Can't get everything in, so you guys, you're going to have to like, share, and you got to come back to the next, because we're going to be dropping these shows high, because we got all these hot topics from you, the public, so let us know what you want us to chat about. But right here about my Uncensored, man, is you got to understand that, come closer. The truth is, trust and commitment is the cornerstone of a real relationship. Secret, lies, betrayals, they are not the hammer, they are not the nails, they are not any material that will help build your relationship to a greater day or to be something that is great. It is the very thing that will erode the very thing that you're building. And one day you will look around and that you have built will soon collapse. All behind the fact that you wanted to keep something in the dark, something that you wanted to do that you couldn't be honest about, that even if you want to do it, it may not be good for you or good for your relationship. The question of it is, and the point to this whole thing today, to all my fans that are out there, Relationship Uncensored, marriage is for grown folks. It's for people who are ready to look past themselves, to take on a greater responsibility and say, I want to partner with you and to build something great. And before we start, let me tell you who I am. And you tell me who you are. And I promise, the love that we have says that we will not judge each other. It's some things that we regret. And there's some things we should say is long behind us. And then there's some things, as your partner in love, you can say that I'm still, God's working on me. Well, if you love me and you want to do this relationship, then let's team up and let's build a life great together. So that's my Relationship Uncensored. Lady J, Bishop Dunny, KD, Sheila, this has been Do I Want to Stay Married, man. Make sure you tune in. Go on Facebook, like, share. Every other Saturday, we're on. But go out to kjlhradio.com, and you're going to see your girl, Sophisticated Sheila, KD from the streets. He will soon be out of witness protection program, hopefully. And, of course, Bishop Dunny William, if you're in the L.A. area, make sure you go out to the family church, guys. They weigh mass there, don't worry. And then my girl, the queen, let's be clear. And I'm your boy, Dr. J. Listen, I'm praying for you. Pray for me, and I'll see you at the top. Be blessed. Be well.
Dr. J, counselor. Dr. J, counselor. Dr. J.